Yo, so before we get into the video, just know that I messed up a ton on making all of the rankings that I did. So, first of all, there's going to be timestamps in the description where you can actually look at my analysis and see what I really think about these teams. And secondly, I'll also have an updated version of this tier list after I've gone through everything again and really put things in the right spot because I'm not really proud of where I have it in the very end of the video. So I guess stick with me here, and if you want to see your team, click the timestamps in the description. And other than that, just go to the end of the video if you want a good actual tier list. Alright, enjoy the video. Peace.
Alright kids, what is up? It's your boy eMburst, coach of the St. Louis Beartics in your Oceanside League. If you don't know what the Oceanside League is, it's a subsidiary of the Ocean League, run by Matt O'Shea. Or Matt O'Shea, however you want to say it. I don't care. But anyway, I help run his side league, right? And today we're doing some PRs, but there's some tier list PRs, okay? Now I have not taken a good look at a single one of these teams, except for my own, but I really haven't been thinking too hard, to be completely honest. So, I'm just going to go through every single team's draft and rank them on the tier list. Okay? Cool. Alright. So, Arizona Dragonites, Coach of Dark. Alright. So we got Coco, Lucha, Empoleon, Serena, Miltank, Dusclops, Megazard X, Krozma, Electros, Hyperior, and Venomoth, okay? Now, what I really like about this, at least this stock, is that it has all these base stats right here. It has all these abilities, all the hazards, all the hazard removers, all the weaknesses and resistances automatically put in there. It's awesome, right? So now, just looking through, huge ground weakness. Okay. So huge on that. There's not much there. We got like 1 resistance. Ground is huge against this team. That's about it when I see typings, weaknesses, resistances. Okay. Now hazard removers, tons of removers, tons of setters. How's their electric type looking at? So tons of electric stuff there. That's full switch immunity. Bug type, full. U-turn stuff. Rock type. It's okay. Nothing too special. So for that, I was just looking at different sorts of pivots and all that. Now, you don't really need this many removers, in my opinion. That's a ton, especially for, I guess, how many poison types you got? You got 1 poison type and 1 steel type. Okay. Now, this is gonna eat up your toxic spikes. No big deal on that. And you really don't have too much to worry about when it comes to rocks. So you don't need this many defoggers. It's nice to have, but you can branch out a little bit. Same with the hazard setters. You have tons of hazard setters here. So, I don't know. I don't know what you want to do with that. If you want to do that with chip damage or something. So, now looking at the team in general, I see Coco Lucha with Megazard X, huge core. I've always, I guess, heard tons about it, and I know it's really powerful. Just don't know how it works too well, so I don't know. So just looking at this, I don't have much to say. You got, I guess, decent attack. You got pretty low speed. Your speed tiers are kind of trash, to be honest. These are your top 2 speeds, and then nothing else. tier is pretty bad. Decent attacks. Nothing to write home about by any means. I don't know what else to say here. So for Arizona, I'm gonna say they're high C. Let's go off of that. No, Motor City Mamoswine. They don't have a team logo, so we're going off with this thing here, right? So they got Rachi, Dragon, Shaman, Ensign, Simeon, Probopass, Cyancy, Araquanid, Togekiss, Starmie, and Coffernius. Okay. So, first look at everything. Good special defense. I guess good defense sets. Not many removers. That kind of sucks. You don't want to really run Hijack as a remover. So you just have these two. And you would really prefer them not to be your dedicated removers. I know, it seems like quite a sacrifice in my opinion. But tons of setters, you got quite a nice variety here. I like that. Just looking through. And a little bit of ground right there. No glaring weaknesses, which is pretty good. Glad to see that. You're really gonna be wanting to work around the threats like Jirachi, Hydreigon, Diancie. It's a really good core, so you're really gonna be watching out on that one. What else you got? You got Levitate there. You really just got Jirachi, and there's not too much when it comes to special, really cool abilities. You just got hacks, double damage, and Intimidate, which is good. Mommy, Levitate, standard stuff, I guess. I mean, Mommy isn't standard, but stuff that you typically see in the league. I don't see too many glaring issues other than this right here. Also, clerically, that's a decent amount, but you don't really want to be focusing on that. I'm gonna take a look back here. Okay. I'm changing my mind. We're making this low B, Motor City, mid B, or yeah. Let's go off of that. Alright, so our next team that we're going to be looking at is Amsterdam Aipoms, coached by Tiwty, whatever. Yeah, we got Garchomp, Sylveon, Metagross, Rotom Heat, Ambipom, Cryogonal, Blastoise, Keldeo, Tangrowth, Lycanroc, Espurrs. And just as a side note, he drafted Lurantis instead of Ambipom, but just switched that out. Just had to have that right in. So, just looking at this huge core right there. Nothing too much I want to say about that. Overall, stats aren't the greatest. Speed tiers are looking pretty trash. This is really your highest. There's not much to do with that. Multiple setters. Typically, you can rocks on any of these three. Because you're typically going to be bringing at least one or two of them to a match. And not always going to need the fourth move on one. So, Zoruax pretty beneficial with this spread. Removers, a couple defoggers, Cryogonals leveling up, so Rotom and Cryogonal are kind of meant for that. That's good. Regenerator, Technician, big abilities. Look at weaknesses here. Nothing too huge. Clerically, Sylveon, Aipoms, we don't really care about these here. Sylveon is not really so, there's a lot of depth in this team. I mean, there is some, but not the most, I guess. So obviously good cores, just not the best B tiers. Miss A, Amsterdam is low A. Alright. Actually, here, let's put that there. Just cause I'm being nice today. Now we got Snowpoint Glaceons, hosted by Shattered Ice, the meme man himself. So, here's what he's got running, alright? Now, bear with me here, this is gonna be a super funny draft. It's been hilarious to me. So far, at least. Now, he has Hoopa Unbound, Volcarona, Ninetales, Gastrodon, Noivern, Meowstic, Tyranitar, Registeel, Gengar, Gligar, Glaceon. And the biggest thing I want to know about this Registeel is going to all the tiers here. We got all this going on. But our S tier mods, right up here. I don't know if anyone sees it, but we have Registeel. S tier. Now I'm not saying anything, but actually here, this is sort of behind this. Let's go into Discord and Inside League. We got a league voting right here. Okay. So, this will basically voting about all the rules and such, because there is no real league or anything. But Registeel for S tier. He's gonna pick it anyway. 6 people voting for it. So we got Registeel on S tier, right? That being said, I don't think this is a bad team. Especially for the standards. You're not going to be running, or he's not going to be running anything too standard. Nothing is going to be standard on this team. But just for basic team stuff going in here. Speed tiers are nice, 123 is pretty good. But it's all across the board. Like to see that. Infiltrator. Pretty good with his playstyle. Immunity, Storm Drain. Good things to see. He's got multiple weather in here with Ninetales and Glaceon going together pretty nicely, along with Tyranitar and Gastrodon. Got multiple hazard setters. Gligar is a huge one right here. Actually, let's look at Gligar real quick. Sandville. I'm pretty sure that's banned, but just take a look. Pokemon DB. Evasion. Alright, that's banned. But looking for weaknesses. Ground slightly, not too much. Rock, big rock weakness right there. Okay. Clerically, Glaceons to get Heal Bell. Not too much there. Also hazard removers. All these can. I guess Volcarona doesn't want to be a defogger. Gligar, Noivern can be. Gligar preferably. So I'd say with this, it's an automatic S tier. You can't do anything else with that except for an S tier. I mean, come on. Anyone who drafts S tier Registeel has to get the S tier ranking, of course. So, now we got Beartic Thistle, hosted, or coached, what am I even saying? I don't know, I'm losing my mind right now. But, coached by a Chimichar. We got Zapdos, Scolipede, Donphan, Vaporeon, Bronzong, Typhlosion, Lopunny, Darkrai, Swellow, Redamo, and Diancie, right? Speed tiers 112, 135, 120. We got a really fast team, but at the same time, very slow, very polar. There's nothing in the middle except for this Redamo. I don't know what the idea is there. Static pressure, speed boost, Scolipede, Levitate, bronze. So, I guess ground isn't a huge issue. So, just looking at this, 4 big hazard setters, Sculpey, Donphan, Diancie, Bronzong. Typically, you're going to really be focusing on Donphan, Sculpey, maybe Bronzong, but I'd say these 4 are these 2. That's good. It's always good to have those. Clerics, they got tons of passing potential, a few heal bell potentials. But now defog and spin, tons of them. All one to be doing that as well, which is really good. And ice weakness a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Same with rock. We're just gonna be this year I'm just gonna be looking at what they think they're gonna be next year. But that's fine, it's whatever. I was gonna say where's the scene again? We're doing Beartic Thistle. Go. I don't know. Beartic Thistle is going to say more. So that's not going to rank him. Okay, moving on. See, I don't want to be that mean. You might want to think where he is. I'd say he's high A. Right around there. But it's not the worst. Actually, I'd say mid to low A. So Izzymax, they got Zygarde, Scissors, Secondtaka, Salazzle, Whimsicott, Rhydon, Swampert, Pelipper, Weevil, Koopa, and Magneton, right? So, these 3 here are going to be your main Dragon Fairy Seal Portal, which is really good. And I believe this theme was themed around 4 times weaknesses, with Ice, Fire, Ground, Fire, Combat, Ground, Poison, Water and Grass, Grass, Electric, Fighting, Bug, and Ground. Right. See all that right down here. And before even touching that side, I'm gonna say huge ground weakness. That's not bad. They got Technician here. Good. Some corrosiveness. Got Drizzle. Really helps out with the Scissor. 30. Those things. These typical things that typical things do, right? So, hazard setters. None of them really want to be doing this. Except for Rhydon, maybe. He's more defensive. Defoggers. Again, Whimsicott, maybe. And nothing really clerically. And speed tiers. Got a couple resting up there, but generally it's pretty low, so I'm gonna say this scene is resting right there. Right along with his best bud. Those 2. Alright. Next scene. Meme review. Okay. Utah State Umbreons with Killua, right? We got Heatran, Crocodile, Tentacruel, Helios, Type Golden Fan, Gardevoir, Dragonite, Brazion, Scavalier, and finally Jelson. Now, looking at this, speed tiers, not very great. There is a few resting around that area, but once you get above the 110 threshold, there isn't anything there to do. So not great speed tiers, looking there. Only 2 rockers. Crocodile is really going to be your rocker there. But why, I don't know. Doesn't really want to be one, right? So, we got Intimidate, Levitate, normal things as you do. Yeah, hazard removal, Dragonite doesn't want to do that. These two really, but that's okay, but that means you're going to be bringing Rotom Fan or Tentacruel every game. Makes you very predictable, and clerically there's nothing. So, this team, Pixilated Umbreons, I think it's this. I'm saying middle of the pack, and here, I'm going to redistribute that. Just because, right? San Antonio Espurrs. Now, this is coached by Slayer, who is the former champion, the Season 1 champion. So, strong player, right? They've got Clefable, Toxapests, Mandibus, Snorlax, Sneasel, Quagsire, Latios, Mega, Ferrothorn, Dugtrio, Moltres, and Golbat. Super solid team, right? You see it in the stats, right? Speed tier is not great. Got 3 fast ones, all of them super slow at combat, right? So really, whenever you're gonna be speed creeping these, or whenever you're gonna be speed creeping, you're really just gonna want to take out these 3, which is alright. And you can really stall those out anyway. Anything else, you're gonna be stall breaking the rest of these mons. Hazard setters, tons. Ferrothorn, Ferrothorn especially. Just this duo here, huge. Hazard removers, Golbat, Mandibuzz, both going to be doing that for the Moltres especially. And Fable, huge cleric. Pretty overwhelming, like, nice weakness there. That's about it. Rock a little bit. Nothing too special there. I'm gonna say this is. I'm gonna say B. I don't want to be too skewed based off of what I know about the player, because I know this player is gonna really work around these weaknesses and really make the team strong, but I don't want to be influenced by that with my PRs, right? So next we got Glixh. And so Glixh is coach of the Midwestern Lilligants. We got Tapu Bulu, Slowbro, Crobat, Marowak, Alolan, Persian Alolan, Rotom Frost, Mega Ampharos, Genesect, Mienshao, Mien Mega Skunk Tank, okay? And just looking at these things, horrible speed tiers, you got a few fast ones, but the rest are they're pretty low for this. I mean, you got 105, 115, 130, but there's not much variation other than that. You got 95, 99, 86, then 75 and 84, then drop straight down to 45, 45, and 30. It doesn't really matter at that point, right? So, only one Stealth Rocker. Horrible. They're basically saying, don't run Defog on me. Use your move slots other ways, right? Hazard removers. Quite a bit. Which you can see in the rock weaknesses. Huge rock weakness. Which is good that you want to be running this. But at what cost? A little bit of a ground weakness there, a little bit of flying. So I'm gonna say Midwest is also gonna be in C. Alright. Next off, after really just reading over this, by the way, if you guys want to be in the OSL Discord server, where we got tons of memes such as our best slut, you guys should just, I guess, join the ocean, find Mad Osha's channel, and from there find me or Rob or Matt is a cowfish, I believe. Yes. Find me or Matt is a cowfish. We'll hook you up with the link, right? So, next off. Pixilated Outrage, Brendan, my favorite dude in the server. He's our best slot, right? We got Mew, Gliscor, Roserade, Haxorus, Ninetales, Licky, Aerodactyl Mega, Mugirna, Milotic, Meloetta, and Pikamuku. Now looking at this team, no speed. Tons of stuff hovering around there. A little bit of that, bit of that, and trash. So not, I guess, very predictable speed tiers, I'm gonna say. You know what you want to prep for, you know what they're gonna be doing to try to prep for you. Very predictable. Hazard setters. Gliscor, Mew, Aerodactyl, huge rockers. Toxic spikes from Roserade, huge. Now, Gliscor wants to be a defogger, that's good. But that's really what you're going to be setting aside, because you don't want Mew to be a dedicated defogger all the time. You don't want Aerodactyl to be a dedicated defogger all the time. Aerodactyl is power, you don't want to waste that powerful move slot on defog. Now there's a little bit of rock weakness, but that's only 2 mons. It's whatever. There's very little weaknesses here, which is very good. Saint and totally counteracted by resistances. But a lot of stuff is hitting this neutral, which is what I'm seeing here. So strong neutral hits are really gonna be how you're taking out this team, right? And just looking at this, ignore all the Taunt Pass because no one uses the Taunt Pass in this league. But Aromatherapy and Heal Bell, pretty good, especially from Licky and Roserade. Just gonna be good mods for it. So, unfortunately, as much as I like you, Brendan, I'm gonna say you're gonna go straight down to there. Sorry. It's just how it is. I can't really control that. It's your draft, not mine, right? Easy Pokemon to add, but that'll be all the way to the last one. Okay. So the HC Zangoose, Lowiehowie. We got Victini, Rotom Wash, Gudra, Decidueye, Mesprit, Weezing, Mawile, Landorus-I, Scrafty, Lapras, and Volbeat. With Volbeat being the captain, by the way. You can see it all in this doc. Now, just looking at base speeds, speed tiers, pretty trash. I guess pretty standard as well, just not too much weird except for these 3. Rotom Wash, Lando-I, and Scrafty. We're really not going to work around Scrafty. It's really Lando-I and 15 you're going to be working around. You can outspeed this entire team with just a few powerful hitters. Even a Heliolisk can outspeed this whole team. Get a Specs, Hyper Voice, and there a Specs Thunderbolt. It's gonna be wrecking, right? Now, looking at this, Hazard Setters, Mesprit, and Weezing are really going to be here focusing on for this. Removers, Decidueye, Rotom Wash. Really is going to be Decidueye because you really don't want to get Rotom Wash doing too much of them pivoting and doing some reliable damage as a threat. Now, Clerics, whatever. A little bit of Dark weakness, quite a bit of a Ghost weakness. That's pretty big when you have a team with the Ghost type on it. Like mine, Ground type weakness, a little bit of Rock. So, overall, I'm gonna say this is high C tier. I don't know what else to say about that. Now you have for me St. Louis Beartics. You your boy eMburst. My team that I drafted: Tapu Fini, Raikou, Nidoqueen, Cobalion, Ribombee, Liepard, Latios, Delmai, Sente, Mamoswine, or not Mamoswine, Mantine, and Piloswine. I'm losing my mind at this point. Right. Now, speed tiers. I'm just going to be looking at this real quick. I've got 40, 50, 70. That's a fuck up. 40, 50, 70. 76, 85. 100, 106, 110. No, 106, 108, 110, 124, 115. Pretty good ladder, pretty good speed tier, I'd say. I can really focus on speed creeping a lot more with this team. Now my hazard setters: Cobalion, Nidoqueen, Piloswine on the rocks, which all of them I can at least bring one of them to dedicate to rocks, probably Nidoqueen, especially with the spikes. And Ribombee, if I want to run Seiki Webs against a pretty fast team, I can. I have that. Now, Defogger's got Mantine, Fini. Delmice is a spinner. Not too much clerically, but it's whatever. And my weaknesses: Fire's pretty balanced out there. A little bit of a ground weakness, not gonna lie, but just looking. But I also have that levitate right there, so it's not too bad. And that's it. Now, quite a bit of weaknesses I can see through that 40, but 60 resistances as well. Not too much is going to be hitting neutral and everything. Okay. It's gonna be pretty hard on this team. So, by the way, I did not plan my team to be, I guess, this balanced in a sense. I just threw it all together, drafted my Latios, my Fini, and I believe my Raikou, and went from there. A lot of this just wasn't planned. But with that, I feel like it's pretty good. I hate to put it high A, just because it's above everyone else, but at the same time, call me out in the comments if you see a more glaring issue than I'm seeing, okay? Because even Steelworker, pretty strong. Sheer Force, Nidoqueen. I'm just saying. I don't know. No. The bitch-ass Bidoofs, right? Best logo in the entire league. Coached by Angel. You got Lando T, Skarmory, Kyurem, Emboar, Ditto, Claydol, Manectric Mega, Protein Greninja, Slurpuff, Excelgor, Trevenant, okay? Now, just looking at speed tiers, 145, 135, 122, and then he got this drop. Now, that's gonna really mean that you're gonna be heavily focusing on tanking a hit from these mons, these three. But it's gonna leave up a ton of extra damage for Lando T and Skarmory to clean up. Lando T really popular for Scarfer. So you're prepping for these three, just how fast they're gonna be, and that's kind of leaving how big of a threat Lando T is a bit unnoticed. And Lando T typically is a huge threat, but because you're so focused on the monstrous speed tiers, at least I would be, kind of leaves Lando T in the open. Which, not gonna lie, I'd say that's pretty nice. So, intimidate. So, and a levitate. I think any big weaknesses, a little bit of a nice weakness. a little bit of fairy. Nothing can really take a fairy hit on this team, even though it's a pretty offensive thing. What's taking our fairy hit here? That's Skarmory. Yeah, nothing here can really take a fairy hit too well. So, a play rough onto any of these except for maybe Claydol. It's doing tons of damage. Same with a Hyper Voice, or sorry, a Pixelate Hyper Voice, or a Dazzling Gleam, or a Moonblast. Unless it's on Claydol or Skarmory, it's doing huge damage, right? Now Hazard Setters, tons of setters, too many to go over. I'm just saying it's pretty good. You've got tons of options. Hazard Removers, not so much. You got really Skarmory and Claydol you gotta prep for. And Clerics, Slurpuff, but who runs that type of Slurpuff, right? So, bitch-ass Bidoofs, I'm gonna put you above me purely because it's a really strong team. And though it's quite unbalanced, the unbalance is gonna throw a lot of people off. And you've got crazy amounts of options. Now, we got the AC Milotics next, coached by Zoruax. And they've got Salamence, Superior, Jolteon, Tornadus, Seismitoad, Avalugg, Steelix, Tapu Lele, Chansey, Rattata, and Vivillon. Right. And just looking at speed tiers, 130, 113, 111, 100, and all of these down here. We got 95. A couple 95s, and 74 and 89, but then worthless. That's alright. Now, Chansey, Toad, and Steelix are going to be your rockers. You're really going to be Steelix, I think. Maybe Seismitoad, I don't know. Steelix is probably going to be the main thing. And Salamence, Superior, Cornai, and Avalugg. Avalugg is probably going to be your biggest remover. Intimidate on Salamence, it's pretty good. Full Absorb, Water Absorb. Sheer Force, Serene Grace. That's on Chansey, so who cares? And clerically, quite differed, especially with aromatherapies and heal bells. There's a lot you can do with that, but Vivillon is going to be your main thing. So fire type weakness, that's a huge offensive weakness, right? Ice weakness, another huge offensive weakness. Rock weakness, another huge offensive weakness. Even a poison weakness a bit. Actually, not really, but for this one, it's so polar in what I think it is. Saying it's low B, just because of how many weaknesses you can exploit on that team, right? Finally, the last two teams. We got the other coach, Killua and Pancham, Robert Panda. He's our other admin, right? We got Celesteela, Komodo, Silvally, Greninja, Swampert, Gourgeist, Alakazam, Mega, Mimikyu, Thundurus Eye, Torkoal, and Zangoose. Okay. Speed tiers. Gourgeist is Gourgeist, you don't need to worry about that. But 122, 150, 111, big standout numbers. But then you have 90 and 96, 85, 95. Then you got down to 61s, 70s, and 20s. That's all over the place. And really, if you're just looking to have a special wall against Mega Alakazam, or a Scarfer, physical Scarper against Mega Alakazam, huge. Greninja, it's, again, something especially wall it. Thundurus, a special wall. Really, this thing is specially walled in most of its departments. And so you get a special wall to set up against Alakazam, Thundurus, or Greninja, have something else. Take out your Mimikyu and your Swampert and your Komodo. Potentially, I don't know. Soundproof, that's big. Prankster, also big. Now, Hazard Setters. Do you really want these two to be your rockers? With their low speed, I really think it's a great idea. Now, Greninja with spikes, Toxic Spikes, that's good. But, is that what you want? I don't know. And, so Valley is your defogger. That's going to be your main defogger. Maybe Torkoal is a Rapid Spinner, but that's going to be very slow. Mainly Silvally. Silvally is a good pivot, I'm not going to lie here. I love Silvally as a pivot mon. There's a little bit of a nice weakness there, but that's about it. So I'm going to say, here's the options this team has. I'm going to say, no, let's put it right there, okay? Now, last scene, Colombian Cherubies, CC, coached by Gengar. We have, right before I fix this, we have Kieran Black, Florges, Arcanine, Galvantula, Sandslash Alola, Garbodor, Aggron Mega, Uniclus, Greninja Ash, Sceptile, and Drifblim. Okay? Speed tier wise, got Galvantula, Greninja, Sceptile, and then you got some mid tiers here, but those are outsped by tons of 100 speeds and then stuff like that. Got an Intimidate there, but also Flash Fire. Depends on what you want to do. Regenerator. Hazard Setters. We got Stealth Rock. Only rocker is your Aggron. You're always bringing your Aggron if you want rocks up. Your Sticky Web. That's going to be really important for your 95s, your KB and your Arcanine and your Drifblim. That Sticky Web is going to be kind of important, so if you think they're going to be wanting to outspeed, Galvantula is it. Okay. Then Garbodor with your Spikes and Toxic Spikes, you're not really going to be focusing on Ash Greninja for that. Defoggers, Drifblim, Florges, yeah, they kind of want to be defogging. Florges is very much a cleric. Doesn't need to be worrying about that. So, fighting kind of balanced out a bit. Very polar. Fire weakness is huge. Okay. Super, very well prepared against grass. I won't bring a grass type against this team, okay? HP grass is a no-go. Normal type is the same thing. You really don't want to be doing too much against that. Huge rock weakness though. That's going to be very easily exploited. So your rock and fire weaknesses here. Also, what's the real core here? Is it Aggron, Florges, KB? There's not much speed in that. Now you can take physical hits here. You can take special hits here. And you can do tons of damage with KB. But you're not outspeeding anything to do that. Anything with 100 base speed or higher is going to be tearing that apart or doing whatever it wants to do against you. Unless you're running Scarfed KB. So, I don't know what I just said. Speed tiers. Yeah, went all over this. Huge clearing weaknesses. Now, Colombian Cherubies. I'll say that there. I don't know what to say. Okay, so that's about it. That's what I'm looking at.
Alright, so here's the updated tier list point of it. So, obviously I did a ton of changes compared to the last time, right? Now, Snowpoint still at the top because of the meme, whatever. But I put San Antonio back at the top at A tier, mainly because there's so many options that San Antonio actually has to take a hit. Now, speed tiers aren't really that important when it comes to the fact that most of your team is going to be able to take 1, 2, 3, or 4 hits even from some of the best attackers. So, you really got to be mindful of the fact that this team can really take a hit from whatever's coming at it. So after that, I have my team, and again, if you find any glaring issues with it, let me know. But I don't see too many flaws, too many things going straight stabbing through it. Now, a lot of it will come to my individual play that'll make this team a lot worse than it looks on paper. But in the moment, it doesn't look too great, or it looks far better than I'm going to actually perform with it. Then, following that, I have Beartic Thistle, which if you remember, I put mid to low A in the original, but I didn't get the PNG working, so I put that in there again, and now it's doing rad. And the thing with Beartic Thistle is, I didn't realize this at first, but it has a lot of the same things that I have. It has good speed tiers, not many weaknesses, everything's very minor. A lot of the same reasons I have myself up there are the same reasons that Beartic Thistle is up there. So, I guess it comes with being a Beartic, I guess. Now, Bitchass Bidoofs, with them, I decided I wanted to lower them a bit. I thought I overplayed how decent I thought they were, and I guess now that I'm making this video, for one, half the people are going to be aware of the deception that I was calling out as is, and secondly, the people that weren't, if they've watched this video, they now know a lot of the ways to cut through this team. So, I mean, it's not the greatest team in the books anymore. Then Motor City Mamoswine, there's just not too many things that are glaring weaknesses with this team. It's just a solid team, and I can't see anything too wrong with it. And same with St. Louis Bulus, I don't see anything that's super jarring and out of the way with this team. And then going into the B tier, this is where I start seeing really the teams that have things you're going to have to work past. Teams that have real burdens that are going to limit their playstyles. And starting this off, I think this entire thing can get reordered up until maybe Arizona. But looking at Amsterdam, I just gotta look straight back at that just so I can say something correct about this team, not talk out my ass. But the biggest thing with this is that its highest speed is 115. There's not much you can do there. And though, as dedicated setters and removers, it's really good, it's just a team that you can outspeed, and it's going to be struggling with its speed a lot of the time. So, I guess I've had my own teams that have had that same issue, so I kind of feel for them, in a sense. I know how it looks decent on paper, but with that speed tiers not reaching up too high, it's kind of hard to actually do too much with it. Now, Pixilated Outrage. I saw a couple things with this team that were huge. Just looking at it, high speed, Aerodactyl, right? But then it drops straight to 100 base speed. There's nothing in between there. It has a lot of jank, wonky speed tiers. And it doesn't have that much variety for what it wants to do with rocks and defog. But other than that, there's not too much, really. So that's why I have it second in the B tier. And then Killua and Pancham starts off strong with its higher tiers and drops off a bit. It's kind of expected to be there. It's kind of a jank team, but you can totally put in work with it if you know what you're doing. And you just gotta work around some of the, I guess, deadweight mons that are drafted. HC Zangoose, taking a quick look at that. Yeah, jank speed tiers, there's nothing above 101 base speed. Very predictable setters and removers, and even though there's not too much on the side of weaknesses, there's stuff that's easy to play around and easy to take advantage of there. Then Arizona, I guess at that point you're starting to realize, oh, there's some big flaws in these teams. For Arizona, it has 130 speed in Takoko, 118 speed in Lucha, and 2 base 100 speeds, and after that it kind of drops quickly. Now, when it comes to defoggers, I'm pulling on best defogger. Serena can spin. You got tons of rock options, obviously. But the main reason I have it at this low of a point is because of its glaring ground weakness. It's got 5 different ground weaknesses total, and only 3 things that can really, I guess, counteract that. There's two immunities, 1 levitate, 1 flying type, and 1 resistance. And that's it. There's not much you can actually do with that. Now continuing on, Killua. Why did I put Killua there? High speed is 109. Can't do much with that. Very limited options with hazard setters and removers. And yeah, I guess there's a lot of weaknesses on the scene that you can take advantage of, even though there's also a lot of resistances. So going off of that, I should probably put Killua slightly above Arizona, but that's it. Then Colombian Cherubies. The reason I have them so low is because, yes, they have speed tiers. They have 132, 120, 108. And going down to the 95s, and it drops quickly, whatever. But really, there's the fire weakness, there's the rock weakness. There's so many weaknesses on the scene that can be easily exploited, that even though you have this good setup, it's cut straight through by just a strong move. Just really strong moves, but with fire types and rock types that you really can't be underestimating, and people are going to take advantage of that. Now, Midwestern Lilligants, the reason I put them all the way down there is because jank speed tiers, you got the 130, 115, 105, kind of like that. Nothing on the side of hazards at all. Glaring rock weakness. You're gonna have to run either a slow defogger or something that's gonna be hurt by rocks a significant amount, like Gan Mega or Crobat. Then finally, ACM. Big thing about this, polarizing speed tiers, and huge rock weakness, huge ice weakness. You got a little bit of a fire weakness. You've got these weaknesses here that will get cut through, and you don't have options to deal with hazards too much. Like, you've got Avalug, but do you really want to be sacrificing stuff from Salamence or Tornado's Eye to remove these hazards that are just gonna cut down your team again and again and again? I don't know. But that's my thoughts. That's my reasonings. And I hope you enjoyed all that. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please show us some support at the OSL, and peace. Bye.